There are 4 top mistakes that every online entrepreneur and every online coach makes when they're making their sales call or their discovery call. So in this video, we're going to touch on those mistakes so you don't have to make them and you close more clients when you get them on the sales call. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Sally Bina from sallybina.com, the #1 place for online entrepreneurs and online coaches to learn more digital marketing tactics to apply into their business. Right, so before further ado, let's dive into these mistakes so you can learn how to avoid them. Okay, mistake number 1. A discovery call or sales call is not a free value session and is not a free coaching session. Okay, first let's get one thing right. Discovery call, discovery strategy, discovery session, strategy call, whatever you call it, it is not a free opportunity for you to deliver free services. This is nothing other than a sales call. You might not like it to call it that way, but that's exactly what it is. The only objective of this call is to close the sale. That is it. That's why it's called a sales call. So you should not be giving free advice or free consultation or a trial. I don't believe in trials, by the way. A trial just gets people used of getting a service and not paying for it. So at the end of this call, you should have a definite answer whether or not your prospect wants to work with you or not. So there's no maybe, there's no let's talk and see, there's no free trials, there's nothing like that. There's a definite answer, yes or no. I have another video where I cover objections. So even when objection arises, you should know exactly how to handle it and how to cover it. So you always end up with either a yes or a no. So check out that video if you haven't yet. Mistake number 2, charging for discovery calls. Now I see mostly this happening with mentors and online coaches and life coaches and trainers and so on. And that's because of the first mistake, because they think a discovery call is simply a free session. And most of the time, they're just tired of giving free sessions, so that's why they start charging for a discovery call. This is by far the biggest mistake that I have seen online coaches do. Charge for a strategy call or a discovery call. By doing so, you are 1, drastically eliminating your chances of landing a high-ticket client, and 2, you're definitely not getting enough paid for that 1 hour's work. So why charge for that 45-minute session when you can land a client that will pay you literally a couple of $1,000s and charge only, I don't know, $60 for a discovery call? So please, whatever you do, do not charge for those discovery calls. Mistake number 3, no sales script. Now, this is the equivalent of lighting up a stove and then starting to think what kind of meal you're going to make. That is literally a recipe for disaster. You cannot go to war without a strategy plan. Now, you most definitely need to have a sales script with you, or at the very least, a couple of bullet points that will just guide you through the call. And that is especially when those objections start coming in, because when a client says, I'll think about it, what are you going to answer? So having a sales script is very important when you're conducting your discovery calls. And if you have no idea what to say during a discovery call, in this video right here, I cover step by step the questions that you should be asking your prospect in order to close that sale. Question time. Have you done any of the mistakes that I've covered so far? If yes, which one? And comment down below. I want to know how many of us have done these mistakes in the past. Now, the 4th and final mistake that every online entrepreneur and every online coach makes on the call is talking too much. Now, everyone thinks that the job of a salesperson is to talk as much as possible in order to just shoot at the dark in the hopes that something will hit and then the prospect would close with them. This could not be further from the truth. If you want to close a coaching client, you have to do more of the opposite. You have to do less of the talking and more of the listening. Think about it when you go to the doctor. So imagine you go to the doctor, you open the door, you get into the consultation room, and before you even have time to sit down, the doctor already tells you, yes, I know what you have, you can just take this medication, go buy it, take it for 3 days, and you'll be fine. Will you trust that doctor? He didn't even listen to you. He doesn't even know what are your problems, what are your circumstances, the context, what are the things that hurt, what doesn't hurt, what have you been feeling, what your symptoms are. Of course you wouldn't trust him because he knows nothing about your problems, so you have no guarantee that he knows how to solve your problems. So the same goes for coaching business. So when you're on the sales call, make sure that you listen. Do you do more of the listening and less of the talking? Make sure that you ask prompt questions and then people will answer back to you. So you can make a diagnosis of how you can help them. And when it's your turn to talk, you can have a more contextualized and targeted solution for your prospect. And therefore they're more likely to sign with you. So now you know how to avoid the 4 top mistakes that almost all entrepreneurs and almost all online coaches make when they're making a discovery call. And if you want to learn how to close 5 to 7 high-ticket clients per month organically without Facebook ads, without spending any money on advertisements. Click down below, there's a case study and you can watch it, and at the end of it, you'll learn exactly how to do it. And if you like this video, let me know by liking this video and sharing it with your fellow entrepreneurs. Until the next one.